are you, Hope?
I am great. How are you?
Great. And today we will be making taro.
Yes.
Hope, can you explain to everyone what is taro?
Yes. Welcome to another special edition of Envision Hope Healthy Living, when we get to tell stories and cook, right?
Yes.
Today we are cooking taro. Taro, as you can see, it's a staple in the western province of Cameroon, in the northwest, and all the way to the Moline country. Some people love taro. So, yes, this is a very rich and cultural dish in Cameroon. And let me tell you, some people say food for the king, because we cook taro on special occasions. And sometimes when you have a wedding, your father-in-law has to eat a good taro. And maybe, I would say funerals, sometimes when you have dignitaries, that means, respectable people, you have to serve them some taro, okay?
Yes.
And so, now let me tell you something about taro. There might be a debate about who eats the best taro or cooks the best taro. How is taro supposed to be eaten? Are you eating with one finger? Are you eating with 3 fingers? Let's talk about our ingredient, right?
Yes.
Yes. Here we have taro, which is also popularly known as Achu. Achu is how, the people in the northwest call taro. I remember a lady told me, oh, Achu is a special dish of the northwest province. And I said, well, I grew up eating Achu. We call it po. So po in Bamileke, my grandma called it po. So we are cooking po today. And I'm going to say hi in Komala. Gacha to work for me. Piesi bugonen po, tamuyong, yamuyayong, eat po, younger pa, I don't know how to say the first time. This is your first time to eat pork, right? Yeah. We're going to serve this with some mushrooms.
Some white mushrooms.
Yes. Eggplant, and you can also call it aubergine in French. And here is a special spices. This is the taro spices. So usually, for people abroad, this comes already mixed. But do you know that in this bottle you have about 10 different ingredients?
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, 10 or even more. So this is what we're using. And another special ingredient here for the taro is our palm oil. I don't know if you can see, this is palm oil. So we're going to be using this. Now, to make taro, remember that we're dealing with water and oil. And water and oil normally are 2 ingredients that do not mix. So, what do you think you need to mix them?
So we will need these little
Rocks?
rocks.
Yes, these are sedimentary rocks called limestone, and we also call it kanwa. And so, to have that homogeneous, mixture of oil and water, we need a 3rd ingredient, which is a limestone.
Yes.
Right? So this will serve as the emulsifier, because the taro sauce is what you call an emulsion. Right?
Yes.
Guys, now we're going to talk about the meat, right?
Yes.
And let me tell you, taro, it's a very versatile food. You can eat it with different kinds of meat, whether it's fish, smoked fish, fresh fish, fried, or can be beef, pork, you name it, crayfish, anything, any source of protein that you like. And right here, guys, I already cooked our meat. I did that so that we have time to show you the process of cooking the taro, okay? And as you can see here, this is my slow cooker.
We have meat and fish in here.
Yes, and because I did the meat in the slow cooker so that it cooks very well and tender. So as you can see, I have dry fish, smoked, and and we have some pork here, and that's what we are going to be using. And of course the juice, you have to use that juice, okay?
Yes.
And here, can you show what we have there?
Here we have some of our vegetables.
Yes.
We need to have a balanced diet, so vegetable will always be part of our meals.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we must include that.
Yes. And now we are going to start cooking. We have to get the eggplant and mushroom ready, so we can put it in the broiler.
Okay guys, we're back, and now we will be putting the eggplant in the oven.
Yes. I want to have it a little bit grilled, so we are going to do this. So just grease it a little bit, and we're going to put our eggplant. We have washed our hands. When you're cooking with food,
yes,
make sure you always wash your hand, right? And I'm going to leave it like this, but you can also split them in two. I get the eggplant at the African store, but you can also find it in any grocery store.
Like a Whole Foods store?
Yes. And I like this variety, but you don't have to. And the same thing, we are using a little bit of mushroom, but you can use any mushroom that you like, right?
Yes.
And smoked mushroom or dried mushrooms are also great. So here we are putting a little butter here, and then we are going to just put a little bit of olive oil. Just dab it. There you go.
Oh, these mushrooms really remind me of the experiment we did with mushrooms on the channel.
Yes, and you know we love mushroom. These are minerals, so this is really good for you. And if you want to eat your taro vegetarian style, this would be your meat, right?
Yes.
This is very meaty. When you eat this, you feel satisfied, and I think it also has a lot of nutrients. Eggplant rich of potassium. And then here the mushroom are also rich, you know, lots of minerals, so great. And here we're just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper, just a little bit. This is my salt here, just sprinkle a little bit, and it's ready to go into the oven, okay?
Yes.
Good. Okay guys, to cook our taro, I did 2 pounds, and you cook it for about an hour and 30 minutes or until it's really tender, okay?
Okay.
And before you do that, you wash your taro and then you cook it. And we did that so we can, you know, fasten the process, okay?
So, Hope, did you just like boil it? Is that how you cooked it?
Yes,
Okay.
for an hour and 30 minutes or so. And we are going to use this food meal, but some people use the blender. But I prefer this. This is the modern day. You know, when I was growing up, we used mortar and pestle to pound the taro. But, you know, today I don't have a mortar and pestle here, except the small one, just to grind some condiment. So you're going to use that. And this is soft and tender. It is cooked. And we're going to proceed, okay?
Yes.
Yes. And some people might use the peeler just like Paul is doing. There you go. But I think I'm used to the knife. And this is really easy to do. And let me tell you, my grandmother sold taro spices. So it was really something, you know, we grew up just smelling the fragrance every day. So yes, and you can take care of that, and there you go. And the reason why I like the food meal is because you don't have to add water. You know, when you're doing it in the blender, you have to add a lot of water, and at the end you get a very wet taro. So you lose a little bit of texture when you do that. You want your taro to still have a good texture, so that's why the food meal is better. Okay, just keep going. Good. You're doing great. And I'm glad that I'm able to do this with you, because this is really teaching you something about Cameroon, okay? And it might be something that it will take you time to learn how to eat it, but it's always good to start somewhere, okay?
Yes.
And this is a very good project, guys, because you can do this with your kids at home. You are teaching them valuable lessons, right? Life lessons. And you know, taro is easy to grow, so a lot of people do have taro even in your garden. The beauty of it all is really to be able to, you know, share some cultural, you know, experiences with you, right?
Yes.
Yes. And guys, while we're doing this, we want to keep all our Cameroonians, friends and family in our prayers, because there's a lot of things happening in Cameroon. Actually today I heard of a very big accident, you know, in a nightclub. So I want to make sure that we're keeping those people in our thoughts, those families who lost loved ones. So it's very important. You can be far from home and still stay connected. So you have to turn and then do the reverse after a few falls. There you go. It's like driving a car.
It really works your arms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she needs a little bit of help. It's going to add a little bit of water.
So this is almost 1 cup of water. I would say it's
Yes.
I
just want like 1/4. Yes, there. That's good. And so,
just a little bit of water.
yes. And you know, with our parents, they use a mortar and pestle, but this is doing the same work. When you finish, you know, working with the food mill, put your achu in a bowl like this, and then use a spatula, add a 1/4 cup of water, and then you are really putting some pressure, and this is how you bind the starch molecules
Should I
together.
add more?
So you have a nice, no, I don't want any more. And that's how you bind the starch molecule, and then you have a very good achu. I call it achu, but it's also taro, and you can always call it paw. Paw. So Pubu name paw. Can you say paw?
Paw.
Yes.
So this really looks like mashed potatoes.
Yes.
So.
And it's just a form of carbohydrate, you know. And actually, vegetarians love taro. I have seen a lot of Filipinos, people from the Philippines, eat taro. And I was really surprised when I came to America the first time. It's just to tell you that, you know, the way we cook in Cameroon is different from the way other people cook. In Asia, a lot of people eat taro. As you can see, our taro is ready. And now we're going to proceed with maybe checking our eggplant, okay?
Yes.
Great. So when we come back, we're getting the eggplant out of the oven.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hi everyone, we're back and everything is done cooking.
Yes.
Everything is grilled, as you can see.
Yes, this is our meat, as you can see.
And we have some fish and our eggplant and our mushroom.
Yes, and this is ready. So our next step now is to make the taro sauce. Okay?
Okay.
When we come back. Don't go away. Okay guys, now we are going to proceed with the cooking of our taro sauce. It's called yellow sauce, okay?
Yes.
I have to go down so that maybe you can see me. So this is what I'm going to do. First of all, you need to wash your blender, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be completely clean. This is what I did. And so you always want to make sure that it's clean. And then I just put it here, because remember, this is a food processor, so sometimes you can have leftover food there. So I do it maybe once a week and make sure I clean the whole thing. Okay? Good. And so our blender is ready. Now, my mom growing up, we didn't have to use a blender, okay? So, but we do it now because it's easy, and if we can do it, why not, right?
Yes.
Good. So what we do here is that we have our palm oil. I'm going to use half of a cup. And so,
we heated it up on low, so
yes,
it doesn't have to be boiling.
Exactly.
Just hot.
Yes, and you have to speak loud. And here in this pot, I am going to put Achu because I like to heat it up so you also release flavor, okay? So we get this at African store or maybe any international ethnic store. So this is our Achu. We're going to use 2 tablespoons. Now I say 2 tablespoons for about 6 to 7 cup of water or stock. And this is our stock right here, as you can see. This is our stock. Great. And so we're going to use 6 or 7 cups. Okay? Good. And now we're going to put this here. Let's transfer this. This is hot. We want to put this just so that it releases their own flavor, okay? So I'm going to put about 2 here. Not exactly 2, so let's add some more. Ooh, I can smell it already, and you want to stir it.
Okay.
Start stirring. Great. Keep stirring without making too much noise. And here we have our chicken bouillon. This is optional. You don't have to have it because our stock is already, you know, salty. It has a little bit of salt in the smoked fish, okay? So we're going to use that sparingly, very little, okay? Yes, and you just... Now, Pearl here, she is getting our Achu spices a little bit heat up so it can release that flavor, that intense flavor that we like.
Yes.
And like I was telling you, my grandmother sold these spices. And so you can imagine our kitchen and, you know, my grandma's house just smelling spices like that. This brings back my childhood memories, right? Great. And this is ready. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to use our warm water here. I have a couple of cups, but since we're using the stock, so we're going to reduce the amount of water we have here. Okay. This is about a cup of water. Now look what happens. If you put your oil here, which is what I'm going to do here, I'm just putting half of a cup, okay? And we're going to stir it. You can stir it using this. So what happened, as you can see,
it's separating because they do not mix.
Yes.
But with our emulsifier, when we add that in, it will allow the oil and the water to
mix. Yes.
Even.
And so this is what happens. And look what I will do here. This is our kanwa. We call it kanwa, but it's really calcium carbonate or limestone. So this is what we're going to use. Now I'm going to use about 2 spoons for now. See? And then keep stirring. There. I'll use 2 for now.
It kind of looks like melted butter.
Yes. And this is about the technique. You have to do it fast. Guys, as you can see, we're already having our yellow sauce. But what you can do to even get it better is that we're going to put it in the blender, right? Now, when I pour this in the blender right here, and we're going to add our stock. So I'm going to add a couple of cups. And again, there's one more element that we need. So right here, guys, we have about 5 cups. There. Great. And maybe I should finish this. Great. And what else you need? Think about it. I'm going to put this here. Now we're going to blend it, okay? And Paul wants to be the one in charge. So we're going to switch places.
Hi guys, so now we're just going to blend our sauce.
Yes, and like I told you, you need oil and the emulsifier, right?
Yes.
And then a tablespoon of Achu, which is like cornstarch. So this is a stabilizer. So when you are doing your sauce, that's how you do it.
Now let's blend.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
And we love those bubbles.
Yes, I love those bubbles. And that's the beauty of doing it in the blender. Great. And now we are going to eat, right?
Yes.
That's the best time. So what do you say?
I am very excited to try this out.
Okay, good job. If you can see, this is because not only we put the remember that ingredient? Did you remember the name? We say kanwa, but it's calcium carbonate and
the limestone.
Yes, the limestone. And not only you put that, but you put a teaspoon of starch. It can be cornstarch, it can be a different flour, but we put the achu because it acts as a stabilizer so that it helps bind the oil to the water, okay?
Okay.
And look how velvety it is. This is so beautiful, so delicious. And guys, when you serve taro, you have to have a glass of wine for, remember how I told you, it's a very special dish, but we are drinking apple cider, guys.
Well, it's like sparkling juice.
Yes, and so she's going to, my co-host is going to serve herself while I am showing you the vegetable here. Can you believe that this is kale? I did kale mixed with spinach. So it's better when you do your vegetable at home, but also they sell it in international market if you prefer that. But I like to do my vegetable at home because doing it at home, not only you control the amount of salt, you know, because they put some kind of salt to tenderize the vegetable, you can control that amount better when you are doing it at home.
Okay guys, so now we should wash our hands before we eat. Always remember to do that.
Yes, and this is very special actually for this dish. They bring the water and I'm teaching Pearl how to eat achu or taro the proper way. So, and I'm going to say it in my dialect. Now, ashanga u som sambumu go Lanyene tupo sambumu sok. You have to really put water. There you go, and wash those hands. Great job. And so usually you do that. I already washed my hands, and we are going to taste this, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I'm going to show you how to eat achu. Some people say you should eat with one finger. But, you know, for me, you have to eat achu with 3 fingers. And let me show you.
Is it like this?
So now we are going to taste the achu, right? Or taro. So this is what you do. With one finger, you're going to go around like this. And then you dig it in. And then you eat. So delicious. Yes, just one finger. Good. This is how some people do it. But now, let me show you with 3 fingers. How is it?
It's good.
Yes, very good. I mean, I'm telling you, we grew up with these spices. And so for me, it's really bringing back fun memories. Now with 3 fingers, you do this. So you have to be elegant when you eat your taro. And you always start on the outside because you don't want to get your sauce all over the place. And when you finish, you lick the fingers. Okay guys, this is really how I like to eat my achu or taro, because when I do this, it's creamy, smooth, delicious. This is your first time eating it. Good job. And when you do that, I'm telling you, everybody is happy. You know, and you never go to a Bamileke's house and start eating your achu or taro with fork or spoon. Okay? So it's just like how Japanese people would say when you want to drink soup, you have to slurp to let the person know that it's very good. With achu or taro, please use your finger. That's how the persons know that. Delicious, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, so that more people can learn how to do this. This is easy to do. And if you need the spices, please let me know and I will ship some spices to you, right?
Yes.
Yes, especially if you are in the United States. Easy to do, and I would really like, you know, other people to try, right? This is Cameroonian meal. This is our culture, and it's also good to spread it, right?
Yes.
So if we are doing the little part, this is how we do it. So good. Okay guys, before we leave you, I want to say thank you to everyone who's watching our videos, right?
Yes.
And we have to say a special thank you to my sister-in-law from Senegal, right? I mean the Senegalese sister-in-law for the gift of these clothes, right?
Yes.
Yes, and you know who you are. We want to say thank you to you, sister-in-law, and
okay guys, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And click the notification bell down below so you know when we upload new videos every single time.
Thank you, and toast.